Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. I want to begin with the single most important thing in your entire life as a Muslim, Tawheed. If you get this right, everything else falls into place. If you don't, nothing else matters no matter how many good deeds you stack. So, what actually is Tawheed? Tawheed means to believe that Allah is one in His Lordship, His right to be worshipped, and in His names and attributes. In simple words, Allah is one. No partners, no equals. There is nothing and no one like Him. Only He deserves to be worshipped, no one else. This belief is the foundation of Islam. Without Tawheed, there is no Islam. It was the first call of every prophet, and it is the first step to enter Islam. Allah says in the Qur'an, "We sent to every nation a messenger, saying, worship Allah alone and avoid all false gods." Every prophet began with the same message: worship Allah alone, leave everything else. The scholars explained that Tawheed is divided into three parts. First, Tawheed al-Rububiyyah, oneness of Lordship. This means believing that Allah alone is the creator, the owner, and the one in control of everything. Allah alone created everything. He alone controls everything. He gives life and death. He heals. He sends the rain. He provides for all, and He alone answers our du'as. Second, Tawheed al-Uluhiyyah, oneness of worship. This is the most important part of Tawheed. It means that only Allah deserves to be worshipped. Imagine a massive tree with deep roots. If the roots are cut, the tree collapses, no matter how strong it looks. That is what happens to a person's faith if Tawheed al-Uluhiyyah is missing. Because a true believer doesn't just worship Allah with words, but with their entire existence. Allah says in the Qur'an, "Say, indeed, my prayer, my sacrifice, my living and my dying are all for Allah, Lord of the worlds." This means every act of worship, prayer, dua, sacrifice, reliance, fear, hope, must be directed only to Allah. Third, Tawheed al-Asma wa Sifaat, oneness of Allah's names and attributes. It means believing that Allah has beautiful names and perfect attributes and that nothing is like Him. Examples: Ar-Rahman, the most merciful; Al-Alim, the all-knowing; As-Sami', the all-hearing; Al-Basir, the all-seeing. I believe in these names and attributes exactly as Allah revealed them and as the Prophet ﷺ and his companions understood, without changing them, without denying them, without asking how, and without comparing Allah to His creation. Allah says, "There is nothing like unto Him, and He is the hearing, the seeing." Now, what are the benefits of Tawheed? Tawheed isn't just a belief in the mind, it transforms the entire life. It removes fear of people, because only Allah can help or harm. It makes me stop begging people, because my dua goes straight to the one who controls everything. It gives me peace in chaos, because everything is from His wisdom. It gives value to actions, because without Tawheed, deeds don't count. And it makes me love Allah more, because knowing His oneness fills the heart with true love, fear, and hope. How do I strengthen Tawheed in my life? I purify my intention. I ask, am I doing this for Allah alone? I put full trust in Allah. No person, charm, or object can bring benefit or harm. And I strive to love Allah above everything else. But what happens if Tawheed is ignored? The Prophet ﷺ warned, "Whoever dies while calling upon someone besides Allah will enter hellfire." The biggest sin in Islam is giving Allah's right to someone else. It destroyed nations before us, and it still happens today, often without people realizing it. So, in summary, if I want to get closer to Allah, I must start here with Tawheed. And if I ever feel confused or lost, I go back to La ilaha illallah and ask myself, am I truly living by this? May Allah keep us firm upon pure Tawheed.